Good afternoon, Mustang baseball fans, and welcome into senior night, or welcome into Mustang baseball here at Plum Senior High School as your Plum Mustangs take on the Fox Chapel Foxes. My name is Justina Ricchini, and I'm joined by Nathaniel Yeoman and Mr. Todd Lavars. The Mustangs can clinch the section title today after a loss yesterday at Fox Chapel. The Mustangs are looking to end their season on a high note, and they also have a game rescheduled for Thursday against West Mifflin. The Mustangs have been hot of late, going 8-1 in their last 9 games. The Mustangs last week faced off against Franklin Regional and won both games using their high-powered offense. A star player to watch for Plum is Colin Watson. The junior number 14 dazzled last week against Franklin Regional, going 4 for 8 at the plate, along with pitching 5 2/3 scoreless innings in the Mustangs' comeback win on Thursday. For the Foxes, number 11 middle infielder Zachary Johnson is the impact player to watch. Johnson has led the team with 20 hits and 17 RBIs so far this season. He's going to have a big game today for the Foxes in their hopes for winning the section title this year. Also, something to just note before the game, the last time Plum won the section in 2021, they did so at home against Fox Chapel. The rematch, 2 years in the making, is coming up next on Plum Sports Network. So a little irony there. Last time Plum won the section, it was against Fox Chapel at home, dog pile. They went on to lose in the first round that season for the playoffs against Greater Latrobe, but looking for a bounce-back game today with Brady Dejanovic starting on the hill, leading pitcher for the Mustangs. 4-1 on the year with the 2.87 ERA. What's your thoughts on the game, Nathaniel? How do you think it's going to go down today?
Both teams are doing pretty good. Fox Chapel won yesterday 5-2, so I think with Brady pitching, they should have a good chance to win.
Yeah, and yesterday the Foxes had Jeremy Haig, their starting best pitcher, 6-1 with a 1.02 ERA, who went out and pitched 6 1-run innings yesterday against Plum in a 5-2 victory. As the Mustangs head out, go around the order, Daniel Masiosi starting at third. We have Caden Norcutt at shortstop, Logan Kemmer at second base, Colin Watson at first, who is a star player to watch for this game. We have Don Byer out in left field. We have Ian Wong in right field. And in center field, we have Eric Strusing. Starting lineup for the Mustangs out there. Game will be getting underway shortly. Also behind the plate is Carson Svidron, catcher, senior captain for the Mustangs. He was announced before the game, along with his parents. They will not be at senior night, start on Thursday. That will be against West Mifflin, the Mustangs season finale. But this one's a big one for the section.
Number 11, your second baseman, Zach Johnston.
And the Foxes' best hitter will lead off here today for the Foxes as we get underway here at Plum Senior High School. All turf field here at Mustang Stadium, put in 2021, along with the softball field, brand new facilities. It's Brady. Goes off for the first pitch. Swung and popped up. Norcutt under it. And he's got it for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out for Brady Dejanovic. Good start to the game for the Mustangs.
Brings up your catcher, Mike Epstein, number 18.
Catcher for the Foxes, Michael Epstein, will be coming up to plate second. Ball 1 on Epstein. Dejanovic starts in the windup here. Slings that one in there for strike 1, 1-1 now on Epstein. The 1-1. Smacked right at Norcutt again. Fires over to first. Good pick by Colin Watson. And the Mustangs, just like that, 4 pitches in, 2 outs for the Foxes here in the top of the first. Norcutt has been busy already. Jeremy High up to bat now. First baseman for the Foxes. Strike one on high. He is also their leading batting average hitter, 388 on the season. Waits patiently for ball one. Also, one of two sophomores on the team, along with Francesco Pistella, the other. Good pitch by Brady. Count now 1-2 on Haig. Should be a good matchup. Haig, one of the better hitters against Dejanovic, the best pitcher. Count now down to 2-2. Brady Dejanovic seemed confident today in school before the game, ready to go. Pitch just low on Haig. Count full now, 2 outs, 3-2. And he is going to walk. Long at bat, but Haig gets rewarded with the walk. Patient eye.
Number 15, Dom Casella.
As we mentioned earlier, their best pitcher. Fox is now with a runner on. Dominic Casol up to bat as he takes strike one. Dominic this year, 14 hits, 16 RBIs for the Foxes. Second most on the team. As he belts that one foul, out of play. Brady ahead 0-2 in the count. Mustangs look to get out of this inning. Clean sheet. Brady trying to get a chase on that one, was unable to. Count now 1-2 on Casol. And he got him looking. Strike three to end the inning. Good inning by Brady Dejanovic. So now we head to the bottom of the first for the Mustangs. First crack at the bats. Foxes will have Haig at first base. I have number 3, Francesco Pistella in right field. Also have Troy Susnick, the junior, at third. Starting on the mound today for the Foxes with a 2-1 record, 1.24 ERA, Ryan Ingalls. Junior, 5'9", looking to make an impact in this one. Starting shortstop is the Foxes' best hitter, Zachary Johnston, also with the most plate appearances on the team. Foxes had a big win yesterday. They put out their ace, Jeremy Haig, to get the win. Now 1-1 away from hoping to win the section title away from Plum at their home field. Mustangs looking to get a bit of revenge here on Fox Chapel, much the same way they did last year. Or excuse me, 2 years ago. Second base for the Foxes, Benjamin DeMate.
Your left fielder, Tom Byer.
And Don Byer will be leading off for the Mustangs. Pitch. Byer pops that one up. And DeMate went for it there. Was unable to get it. Foul ball. 1-1 count now on Don Byer. junior. He may be the shortest player on the team, but he is very good up at the plate this season. Had a couple big hits early in the season, along with the Florida trip. Really got his momentum going into the season. Looking to get back on a high note here. And what a snag there.
Back to the first baseman for out number 1. That brings up number 4.
Good snag by Fox Chapel there. Number 15, Dominic Castle with the out.
Down to the second baseman.
Franzi out on that play. Second up to plate. Quick out there for the Foxes.
Number 6.
Now the leading hitter on the team, Caden Norcutt, 23 hits, 13 RBIs on the season. Comes up to the plate. Senior leader for the Mustangs. Also a captain. Hits that one hard off Ingles, and that's a liner into the gap in right center. Norcutt's going for 2, and he's going to go for 3. See if he can get there on the slide. And he gets in there clean. A big hit for Caden Norcutt there. A gapper down right center field. Solid piece of hitting there. That'll be his 24th hit on the season. Brings up Jack Anderson, the cleanup hitter to the plate. Jack 9 hits, 9 RBIs on the season. Another junior on the team. Patiently waits, 2-0. Now the count on Jack Anderson. Ingles with the pitch. Anderson swings and misses there. 2-1 now the count. Anderson smacks that out to right center. Ball is caught there by outfielder Matthew Zoch.
We're knotted at 0.
Fox come to the bat here at the top of the second inning.
The bat is number 10, Benny Damone.
Ben DeMonte up the plate now for the Foxes. Against Dejanovic. Smacks that one into the gap, right past the outstretched arms of Norcutt. Right into the left center gap, and that'll be a hit for Ben DeMonte. Ball called there on Rezick, the catcher for the Foxes. The 1-0 is bunted towards Dejanovic. Gets easy out at 1. It'll put Damati at second.
Second place bunt for out number 1. Back to the pitcher. That brings up number 25, third baseman, Troy Susnick.
Troy Susnick now at the bat for the Foxes as he watches ball 1. Starting third baseman for the Foxes. Watches ball 2. Damati maybe looking to steal here on second with 1 out. He's being held on by Caden Norcutt. That's a line drive into the left field. Byer misses the ball, and that's going to be a run scored on the RBI by Troy Susnick for the Foxes. Early 1-0 lead for Fox Chapel.
That brings up Matthew Zook to center field, number 1.
Brings up Matthew Zoch to the plate for the Foxes. Shows bunt. Pays the price with the strike 1 call. One and 1 now the count on Zoch. Dejanovic looking to get back in a groove here after allowing a run. Another ball outside on Dejanovic, 2-1. Another pitch high by Dejanovic, 3-1 on Zoch. Dejanovic trying to find the strike zone here. He steps back on the mound. It's going to be a strike 2 on the attempted bunt. Fox is showing a lot of attempted bunts here with 1 out. Big hit started in the inning by Resick. Norcutt misses the pop fly there. Was unable to locate it there in left center field, and that advances the runners.
Brings up number 35, Joey Geller.
Up here today for the game as a brief mound visit takes place. Joey Geller now up to bat for the Foxes. Pickoff attempt on second base by Dejanovic. Now 1-1 on Geller. Number 35 for the Foxes, also playing left field. He swings on that one. Took a drive on that one. At the center field, missed play there by Eric Strusing. And that big hit is going to get a run in. That'll bring in Troy Susnick, the third baseman, and just like that, the Mustangs are down 2-0. Dejanovic getting blown up in this inning by the Foxes offense. Just hitting very well today so far.
Brings up number 11, the second baseman, Zach Johnston.
Zach Johnston, the leadoff hitter, back up at the plate for his second at-bat. It's 2-0 now by the Foxes, their lead. Strike one. One and one now on Johnson. One out for the Mustangs. Brady throws. Change up there, 1-2 now the count on Johnson. Fox's best hitter with 2 runners in scoring position. Don't get these opportunities very much. Try to take advantage. As he hits one out to center. And it's over the head of Strusing. And 1 run will come in as Johnston heads to third with this diving in for the triple. The Foxes came out with the mission today. The mission to get back at the Mustangs for 2 years ago, beating them, or excuse me, the Mustangs beating them on their home field to win the section over Fox Chapel. As now Coach Vollmer will take a visit to the mound. And Nathaniel, this is not a great start by the Mustangs.
No. Brady struggled a bit so far, but they've all been some catchable balls. The defense just hasn't really helped them out at all.
You had the error by Byer there on the single to drive in the run. I mean, he probably would have scored anyways, but you still have those little plays that mean a little bit.
Yeah, he's been hit up a bit this game, but hopefully he can settle back down here.
Yeah, you also watch Norcut's pop fly there. If he was able to locate it, maybe a different outcome. But because he wasn't able to locate it, that might be why we're in this sort of situation here with 1 out, runner on third now.
Yeah, hopefully he can get a strikeout here, or just keep the runner on third and get out of the inning with a 4 spot here.
Yeah, let's hope he does do that here as the mound visit is over. Dejanovic will face Mitchell Epstein. Throws it in there for strike one. You might start seeing maybe, bullpen guys, Rumsick or Watson, head out there soon with Brady struggling a little bit. 1 strike on Epstein. Fouls it back. For strike 2. Dejanovic trying to get in a little groove here now as he's settled in. Hopefully a little bit after that mound visit by Coach Vollmer, his second mound visit of the inning. Another fouled off by Epstein. Once again, the Mustangs were able to clinch the section yesterday. We're unable to do that. Star pitcher Jeremy Haig tossed a great game, held the Mustangs to 1 run. That ball's lined up the middle. Norcut fired over to first, and that'll be an RBI ground out for Mitchell Epstein. And that'll be out number 2 in the top of the second inning.
Jeremy High. Number 3.
And Jeremy High now up to bat. Lefty for the Foxes with 2 outs, nobody on. Strike 1 on High. Got him on the outside corner. 1-1 now the count. The star hitter for the Foxes, star sophomore. Check swing there by High. Jonovic back in the windup here, 2-1. Called strike 2. Put it on the outside corner again. Try not to give High anything too close. So that is 3-2. High walked in his first at-bat. Pitch low, and that's going to be a second walk for High.
Number 15, Dom Casal.
Dom Casal up to bat now for the Foxes. That's fouled off by Casal. Oh, and 1 the count. Count now 1-1 on Casal. Jonovic struggling a bit this inning for the Mustangs. Trying to get out of it here. Strike 2 for Jonovic. And he strikes him out there, looking. Another K for Jonovic as he gets out of that inning. Mustangs will need to get the bats going here in the bottom half of the second. Try to get Ryan Ingalls' ERA up a little here. Low ERA coming in, 1.24 second on the team. Only behind that of Haig, or High, excuse me. Eric Strusing up to bat now for the Mustangs. Center fielder for the Mustangs. Ball 1 on Eric. Strusing sends that out to the center fielder, Matthew Zoch.
Number 1, that brings up number 14, Colin Watson.
Fly out for Eric Strusing as that brings up Colin Watson, our impact player today for the game for the Mustangs. He's had a hot bat lately. One now the count on Colin Watson, starting at first base today. That's going to be strike 2. issue up here, and it still is right now. Watson fouls that off. Me and Nathaniel are up here ducking from this wind. It just came in with a rush. Isn't that right?
Yep.
You're gonna have to watch out for the wind forecast today.
This wind's crazy.
Yeah. 1-2 the count now on Watson with 1 out in the top or bottom of the second inning. Watson watches ball high, 2-2. Ingles hoping that triple was his only big hit allowed of this game. It is still early, bottom of the second. Watson fouls another one off. He lines a single into the left center field gap, right over the outstretched glove of Zachary Johnston, and that'll put Watson on first. Keeps his hot streak going here for the Mustangs, and now part one of the brother connection here on the Mustangs. Daniel Masiosi, the only sophomore on the team, coming up to bat. He's starting at third base today for the Mustangs. It's 14 hits on the season for Daniel Masiosi. Swings and misses, takes a cut on that one. 0-1 the count. Masiosi hoping to advance Watson here. Get a run aboard or across for the Mustangs. 0-2 now the count. 2 cuts, swing and misses for the third baseman, sophomore Daniel Masiosi, number 15. Takes that one high. Good eye for Dan. And Daniel Masiosi watches strike 3 there.
Catcher, number 1, Carson Vidron.
2 outs now for the Mustangs as starting catcher Carson or CJ Svidron coming up to the plate for the Mustangs. Plum trying to get back on track here. Trying to get a big hit here from Carson as he watches ball 1. Mustangs are going to have to use a little 2-out magic here. Colin Watson trying to steal here on first. So that pitch is fouled off by Svidron. Carson, very impressive, 11 hits, 9 RBIs on the season. He will be attending Penn State Fayette in the fall to play baseball, along with his teammate Frank Masiosi. Both will also be joined by former Plum Mustang baseball player Johnny Ianu. As Carson takes strike 2 there, 1-2 the count now on the catcher. As Ingles tries to get out of it, only allowing 1 run this inning, or 1 hit this inning. The 1-2, swung on, hit the third base. And Susnick is able to get the out after bobbling the ball at first with a long throw over to first. He gets Carson right before he hits the base, and that's out number 3 for the Foxes. As we go into the top of the third, Fox is up 5-0 over the Mustangs.
After 2, it's 5-0, Fox Chapel.
See if the Mustangs can rebound from that 5-run second inning. They surrendered. Hoping that Jonovic can get back onto a roll here.
Your batter for Fox Chapel, number 10, Benny DeMonte.
Ben DeMonte up the plate for the second time for the Foxes. That ball is hit straight away center. Eric Strusing gets the out there for the Mustangs. Fly out for DeMonte to start the inning.
Brings up number 14, Jack Resick.
That'll bring up Jack Resick to the plate for the Foxes. Swings on strike one there, 1-1 now the count. The delivery by Dejanovic, low and outside, 2-1. Dejanovic trying to find the strike zone here. Able to get a quick out there on that first out. Now low again, 3-1. Slings that in there for strike two to get the count full. Resick lines that over to Norcutt, who slings that over, and the stretch by Watson. What a wonderful play there for the Mustangs as Watson lays out for the stretch, along with Norcutt able to get that play off to the first baseman Watson, and they get him. They get Resick in a bang-bang play for out number 2. Wow, what a play there by Colin Watson. One of the count now to Susnick, third baseman for the Foxes, up to bat for the second time. He had an RBI single last inning. As he dribbles that over to Dejanovic, who gets a 1-2-3 inning. Big time inning there for Brady as he rebounds after a tough second inning. Keeps the score 5-0. Foxes heading into the bottom half of the third. Now we'll see what the Mustangs can do. Dejanovic gives you a good inning. Now let's see if the Mustangs bats can respond. Mustangs will be starting at number 9 and then back to the top of the order. Got to hope the Mustangs are able to get some momentum here going, at least a couple runs aboard. Try to swing this game back in their favor. tough second inning, but they were able to respond that last half inning, and hoping for much of the same here heading into the bottom of the third.
Mustangs, number 13, Logan Kemmerer.
The number 9 hitter, Logan Kemmerer, will lead off the bottom of the third here for the Mustangs. Logan, 16 hits, 11 RBIs on the season. Had a fantastic senior season this year. Watches ball one outside. As Ingalls tries to get through 3 innings scoreless here. Low ball 2. See if the Mustangs can get a party started here in the bottom half of the third inning. Reward their pitcher Brady for going out and having a great top half of the third. It's what you want to see after your pitcher has a tough inning, get the momentum back on your side. Especially during, the early points of the game. Count now 3-1. Kemmerer walks on 5 pitches.
Going to the top of the order, number 12, Dom Beyer.
Dom Beyer, number 1 hitter, back up to the plate. Ingalls steps off the mound before the pitch gets started. Ball 1 outside on Dom Beyer. Kemmerer leading off first. First baseman Dominic Casol holding him on. As Dom Beyer shoots that one to right field.
Fly ball to right for out number 1.
And that's caught by the Foxes for out number 1. Now Sean Franzi, another junior, number 2. With 1 out, Franzi up to the plate. They throw back to first. Unsuccessful. You don't see that much in the major leagues anymore with the new pitch clock, but you're still seeing it in the high school a lot. No pitch clock here yet. Franzi watches strike 1. Mustangs looking to have a hot inning here. Norcutt waiting on deck. The 0-1 swung, driven out to center field, and that's going to get down. Base hit by Sean Franzi. Matthew Zoch tried to get in on that one, but was unsuccessful. In that situation, Thando, maybe go for the ball, maybe not. I mean, it was a close play. What do you think about that play? You think you should have went a little closer for that?
I think he played it right.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it could have got couple hops and went past them, so you had to be cautious.
Hopefully Caden can bring home a run here, inch him closer.
Norcutt hits that right up the middle as the Foxes try to turn 2. And he is called safe at first. Really close. Looks like Norcutt did beat it out though and avoids the double play. Franzi will be out at second, but
brings up number 3, Jack Anderson.
Hopefully Jack here can bring home the Mustangs' first run today.
yeah,
Make it a 5-1 game.
Yeah, let's hope he can too. He also had a runner. He had a runner at third with 2 outs at the top of the first, or bottom of the first, excuse me now. Bottom of the third, runner at first and third, 2 outs. Ball 1 on Anderson. Strike 1 on Jack Anderson. Runner still at first and third. 1-1, 2 outs. Bottom half of the third inning. The 1-1 by Ingles. Fired in there right off the plate, 2-1. This could be a big inning for the Mustangs with runners in scoring position. Hoping to get some runs across as they are down 5-0 here in the bottom of the third, for those of you just joining us. Norcutt takes off for second, and he is safe.
Runner advances to second.
Logan Kemmer almost picked off at third.
That was a very interesting play right there.
Yeah, Logan almost took off for home, and catcher almost got him at third base, but luckily for Logan, third baseman for the Foxes, Troy Susnick, dropped the ball.
Caden now on second, so a single could probably score 2 runs now.
Yeah, second and third, 2 runners in scoring position, 3-1 as Ingles steps off the mound.
This would be a huge hit for Jack here.
Yeah, Jack had a runner in scoring position bottom of the first, as I mentioned earlier, so hoping to get one back here as he belts that one into right center field, and that's going to get down, and that is going to score 2 runs for the Mustangs. A big hit by Jack Anderson, as we mentioned, Nathaniel. Gets the Mustangs now down 3, 5-2.
It's a huge hit right there.
He does redeem himself after that first out he made in the bottom of the first. Now gets a 2-run single. That's a big momentum builder for the Mustangs heading into the rest of the game, especially for Dejanovic, starting pitcher who did give up those 5 runs in the second. Ball 1 high to Eric Strusing, the starting center fielder. As we see a couple Foxes warming up here to our left. Maybe getting fresh for later points in the game. Strusing fouls that one off, 1-2 the count. And Eric Trusing strikes out there. Ingles able to get out of that inning, only surrendering 2 runs. As that puts the Mustangs down 5-2, heading into the top of the 4th inning. Looks like we also have Francesco Pistello warming up in the bullpen for the Foxes, the lefty.
It looks like Brady will continue here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, coach confident in him to go back out there and give it another try.
He hit a 1-2-3 third inning. Hopefully he can repeat that here again.
Hoping he can build off what was a successful top of the 3rd frame.
Your batter's number 1, Matthew Zoch.
Matthew Zoch up to bat for the Foxes. Center fielder for Fox Chapel. Strike 1 on Zoch. Good start to the inning for Brady. Hits now 5-4 in favor of Fox Chapel. Mustangs were able to get a couple back there in the bottom of the 3rd. High pitch there. Way out of the zone. Ball 1. 1-1 now the count. And Zoch grounds it out to Kemmerer. Fires on to first. Gets the out. Good grab by Watson at first. That's 1 out for the Mustangs. Joey Geller up to bat now for the Foxes. Their number 9 hitter. Also playing left field. Ball 1 on Geller. The Mustangs come into this game in a 3-way tie at the top of the section, along with Penn Trafford, who is playing Franklin Regional today at Penn Trafford. If Penn Trafford is able to win and the Mustangs are able to come back here, both teams would tie for the section. Ball fouled off. If the Mustangs were to win it and Franklin Regional were to play spoiler and clinch their playoff spot by beating Penn Trafford, then Mustangs would share solo section title. And if the Foxes win, they will also be solo champs. As that ball's lined to left field. Shot out of a cannon, and Don Byer makes a great catch there in left center field.
On the top of the order, number 11, second baseman Zach Johnston.
Now back up to the top of the order. Zach Johnston, who had a triple in the top of the 2nd inning. It's going to be ball 1 on Johnston. One 0 the count. Another pitch low. 2-0 now the count.
Looks like Brady's getting a bit tired here.
Yeah, he might
starting
be.
to lose a bit of his control.
Top of the 4th, 2 outs. Ball's rocketed foul by Johnston. Yeah, hopefully he can get out of this inning.
Yeah, get another 1-2-3 inning here.
Yeah, 2-1 now the count on Johnston. He had a good top of the 3rd, now looking for another good top of the 4th here. Gets Johnston, swing and miss there.
Great pitch there from Brady.
Yeah, looks like he got him a little off guard on that pitch.
Evens the count here too.
That pitch just outside. Mustangs wanted a call there, were not able to get it. Now 3-2 is the count. And that's strike 3 as Brady will
Great
get him.
pitch there.
Yeah,
from
great
Brady.
pitch there by Brady. As Brady's able to bounce back after the struggling second, get 2 1-2-3 innings for the Mustangs, keeping the Mustangs in the game as still 5-2 as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning.
Looks like Caden's going to warm up for next inning.
Yeah, Mustangs will join Fox Chapel with the pitcher warming up in the pen. You're right, Caden Norcutt going to the bullpen. Try to get a little loose. And Ingles still out there for the Foxes. Foxes will keep their same lineup on the field here.
Colin Watson is your leadoff hitter, number 14.
And Watson, number 14, will lead off. He is 1 for 1 on the game with the base hit in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Let's hoping he can have another good at-bat here. Want to know the count. Colin hits it to the shortstop, Johnston. Fires on to the first, and that's going to be 1 out for the Foxes. Daniel Masiosi, the sophomore, steps up to the plate. Watches ball 1. See if the Mustangs can get some runners on. Swings and misses, strike 1. Ingles evens the count at 1 apiece. And that pitch low, called strike 2. Two and 2 now the count. Ball too high. As Masiosi pops that one up, right fielder comes in for Fox Chapel.
That brings up your catcher, number 1, Carson Svidron.
2 outs now for the Mustangs. As now catcher Carson Svidron comes up to the plate. Tries to get some momentum back with 2 outs here. It's a hard line drive to Susnick. Throw over to first, picked up by the first baseman, and that's 3 outs for the Mustangs. Mustangs go down quickly here in the bottom half of the 4th. Score still remains 5-2 Fox Chapel as we head to the top of the fifth.
We're going to the fifth.
We'll see who comes out for the Mustangs to start this inning. We did see Caden Norcutt warming up over on the right field side. Appears it will be Jonovic. Nathaniel coming out here for the top half of the fifth inning.
That's right, it will be Brady.
Coming out for the top of the fifth after pitching 2 scoreless frames in the third and the fourth. Hoping to keep the momentum going here as we enter the top half of the fifth inning. 3 innings to go, 7-inning game here in high school baseball. Mustangs hoping to get another scoreless inning from Brady, who's been very good since that little bit of a bump in the road in the second inning, you can call it. Ran into a roadblock, but the Mustangs were able to maneuver around it. That's the number 2 hitter, Mitchell Epstein, comes up to bat. Ball 1, high and outside. Excuse me, high and inside on Epstein. That ball is popped up, out of play. Ball is fouled off, 1-2. Umpire got hit by the ball there real quick. It's going to take a second to walk it off. Looks like it caught him in the foot area. Both teams will wait. And we have a break here. Mustangs getting some great offensive contributions. Caden Norcutt 1 for 2 with the triple. Also Jack Anderson 1 for 2 with that big out 2-run single in the bottom half of the third. And for Fox Chapel, Zach Johnston with the 1 for 2 with the triple, along with Troy Susnick with an RBI single for Fox Chapel. And Brady strikes out Epstein there for out number 1 in the inning.
Number 1, that brings up infielder number 3, Jeremy High.
Jeremy High, right fielder for the Foxes, up to bat. As he hops that over to second base. Logan Kemmer bats it down, tries to fire it over to first. Does get it over to first, but High is safe. The infield hit for Jeremy High. He is now 1 for 1 with 2 walks and an infield hit. First pitch, ball 1. Ball 2 called for Dejanovic. Going to try to get through this inning here without surrendering any more runs. He's been strong since that second. He's going to try to continue it here. Ball's grounded over to Norcutt. Fires the second. Gets the force out there at second base. Crucial out number 2. Norcutt to Kemmer. Saul is able to get to first base on that play. Unable to turn two for the Mustangs. Great pick, though, by Caden. You see Mustang outfielders playing deep. It brings up Ben DeMade for the Foxes. DeMade with the force out. His last at-bat. Swings and misses for strike two. Dejanovic looked really good here these last few innings. Hoping to finish him off DeMade here. Who hits a high fly ball to right field. That'll be caught. And that'll be out number 3 for the Mustangs. Dejanovic throws 3 scoreless frames as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Score still remains 5-2. Fox Chapel is up.
We have a new pitcher for Fox Chapel. Franco Pastella, number 8.
New pitcher for Fox Chapel warming up. The sophomore, Franco Pastella. The lefty. He replaces Ingalls, who had solid 4 innings, 4 hits allowed on 2 earned runs. Good outing for Ingalls. Besides that 1 inning in the 3rd, he was able to keep the Mustangs off the score sheet. Bottom half of the 5th inning will be led off by the man who started the 2-run bottom of the 3rd inning, Logan Kemmerer, who was able to generate a walk on his first plate appearance, hoping to make an impact for the Mustangs in his 2nd at-bat. Crucial inning for the Mustangs with the top of their order coming up next. Mustangs walk-up music playing. Logan Kemmerer has his playing for him. Get him pumped up for his at-bat. Something you don't see in a lot of other sports, but you do see here. As Kemmerer bunts. And he gets safe onto first. Takes advantage of the left-handed pitcher, Franco Pastella, and puts it right down towards the 3rd baseman, and he gets on with a bunt single. Great piece of hitting there by Kemmerer. You see that quite a bit in the major leagues. You've seen that with G1 Bay for the Pittsburgh Pirates if you've been watching. The Pirates also, to compete in Marcano, also has done that. Something new that we've seen by a lot of players this year. Lefty on lefty matchup here as Don Byer takes strike 1 against Pastella. Pastella, one of the few sophomores on this team. Him and Haig have been the 2 sophomores on the team, but they've been the most impactful. 2 best pitchers. On the count as Kemmerer takes off, and he is safe in the 2nd. It's the count now 1-1. Logan Kemmerer, big impact inning for the Mustangs. Bunt single to first, stolen base 2nd. tidbit, Caden Norcutt leading the team in stolen bases with 10 on the season. Byer dribbles that to Susnick, who misses. First baseman for the Foxes misses the play. And Don Byer is able to move to second on the air by Susnick and the first baseman for Fox Chapel, Dominic Casal. And that'll bring Logan Kemmer in on the air. And now the Mustangs back in this game score 5-3. It all started with that bunt single by Logan Kemmer to start the inning. And they're seeing the effects of it now. Now, second hitter, switch hitter Sean Franzi off the plate for the Mustangs. He bunts down the first base line. And he is going to be safe.
Runner safe at first. Runner advances to second. To third.
And first baseman Dominic Cassell misses another play at first base. Glove has not been working this inning for Dom Cassell. And Don Byer advances to third on the play, and that'll bring up Mustangs leading hitter Caden Norcutt. Fox Chapel, Dominic Cassell. A couple errors now in the bottom half of the fifth. Mustangs have benefited as that wind comes back. And we talked about it before, me and Nathaniel, that wind not been kind to us up here early on in this one. Hoping that changes. Mr. LeVar's got a good laugh out of that one. Strike one to Norcutt. As Caden waits for the pitch from Pastella, and he fires over to first, making sure that Franzi stays where he is. Does not want to advance the runner with a double play situation input. Double play situation in play as Pastella fires the pitch, and that's going to be a ball high on Norcutt. Count now stands 1-1. Mustangs now all of a sudden up to 7 hits. As the ball gets past the third baseman, Susnick. And that'll score Don Byer on the play. RBI hit for Caden Norcutt.
No outs. That brings up number 3, Jack Anderson.
And the cleanup man, Jack Anderson, now up with the runner on first and second, nobody out. And once again, you got to keep coming back to it. From the bottom half, or the start of this inning, the bunt single by Logan Kemmer really started to get the momentum going for the Mustangs. Big momentum booster. And on that last play, if you were watching at home, hit and run as Sean Franzi took off on the play. Anderson fouls off. Strike one. Franco Pastella has had a tough start to his outing here, giving up 2 runs already. Still nobody out. Runners on first and second. Ball high there on Jack Anderson. Just like that, the Mustangs down by 1 run here in the bottom half of the fifth. Momentum back on their side. As Anderson pops one high into the air. First baseman Cassell.
Get on the base! No! Oh my God. It was an infield fly, it was a fair ball.
And Franzi steals third base. A lot of confusion there on that play as Cassell misses the catch, misses the pop fly.
Advance on your own.
You have the umpire talking over with the Fox Chapel coach here, seeing what, we'll see what happens here. The umpires have called an out on the play. I believe it's an infield fly rule, so the batter was out. Franzi advanced to third on the play. Be interesting to see what the umpires were discussing here. They'll discuss it with the others on the field. And that'll put runners on the corners, first and third. That's all sorted out. Yep, infield fly rule. So the batter, Jack Anderson, is out on the play. So that'll leave the Mustangs one out. Runners on first and third now. So that brings up the center fielder, Eric Strusing. He's leading the team with the .480 batting average on the season. Also one of the starting pitchers who pitched yesterday for the Mustangs. Ball one outside. That ball is going to be turned for a double play by the Foxes as Strusing grounds out into the double play. And the Foxes have just turned 2 on the Mustangs. And that'll lead us into the top frame of the 6th inning, top of the 6th, with the Mustangs only down 1 run now, 5-4, as we play on with 2 innings to go. The Mustangs will keep their starting ace, Brady Dejanovic, on the mound. He has been good since that 2nd inning, as I mentioned many times before. Here comes that wind again. I would say a storm's coming, but that is not the case. So the weather is great, shaping up to be great the rest of this week.
Number 14, DH, Jack Resick.
The number 6 hitter for the Foxes, Jack Resick, up to bat. He has 1 hit on the day. Resick, the starting catcher for the Foxes, hoping to get his team back some of that momentum that they had early on in the game. Seems the Mustangs have taken it back from them, but we'll see if Resick can start it off as Dejanovic slings strike 1 into the top right corner for strike 1, 0-1 now the count. Comes right back firing once again. Gets Resick to swing. Now Resick down in the count, 0-2. Gonna have to claw his way out here. Ball 1 inside. Looks like fouls that one off to keep the count 1-2. Fox Chapel claiming that The batter was hit, but they're going to call it a foul ball on Resick.
He got hit by the pitch. He leaned into it. He didn't try to get out of the way.
Just informed by one of the parents up here, he leaned into the pitch. That'll keep the count 1-2.
You don't want to call him out. You don't want to call him out.
That's the count now even at 2-2. Johnny misses outside. As Resick singles right up the middle. And that'll put Resick on first, second hit of the game. As catcher Carson Fidgeron will have a meeting at the mound with his pitcher. So that'll bring up Troy Susnick for the Foxes. Had a bit of a struggle there at the bottom half of the fifth with a couple errors, but hoping to regain himself here with Resick on first, nobody out, hoping to get a couple runs across here for the Foxes, insurance runs. First ball fouled out of play. 0-1 the count. Strike 2 called by Susnick. As I stated in the opener, this is a big-time game for both teams. Whoever wins this game will end up winning the section. Jonovic tries to pick off Resnick there at first. Close, but unsuccessful. 0-2 the count now on Susnick. He fires it in there, and it's fouled off. Screaming line drive down towards left field. So Jonovic has Susnick down 0-2 in the count. Hoping to get him here on this next pitch. The delivery. It's fouled off once again by Susnick, battling in the box. They're down 0-2. That's what you have to do to make sure you protect the plate as best you can. Make sure you don't watch anything. Been a good game for Dejanovic so far, -1 inning. As he strikes him out there. A little bit of an off-speed pitch by Dejanovic, gets his first out of the inning. Matthew Zoch, the center fielder, now up to bat for the Foxes. He tries to get a hit here. And he bunts it down the first base line. Dejanovic throws him out at first. Good play by Brady, as perfectly placed bunt by Zoch to sacrifice Resick over to second base. And Joey Geller now up to bat, the left fielder for the Foxes. Had a force out his last at bat. Brady mows that in there for strike 1. Well, that one was close. The umpire does call that a ball. There's been some close calls on the plate tonight. Or today, excuse me. Geller fouls that one out of play. One and two the count. as Resick was looking to take off for third on that pitch in the dirt, but good block by Carson Svidron. They're going to say he didn't go on the swing, even though the Mustangs players were saying he did. He did not, according to both umpires. That'll put the count at 3-2 now. Full count for Dejanovic. As Geller hits that out to center field. And Strusing makes a nice catch to end the inning. And that'll keep the score. Mustangs down 5-4 to the Foxes as we head to the bottom half of the sixth. Big time game. It is a close game. It only makes sense, only fitting these two teams. A couple of these players 2 years ago were on that 2021 a couple of the players on that 2021 section championship team still on this 2023 team, hoping to do the same thing. Put another year up on the banner, hanging right adjacent to the baseball field here, hanging on the locker room. Mustangs have clinched a playoff spot already, though. So no problem with that. Now it's just about seeding and who's going to be the #1 team from Section 1 of 5A. There are 3 sections for 5A, and Mustangs are in Section 1 with Franklin Regional, Penn Trafford, Penn Hills, Gateway, and Fox Chapel. All very good teams. Mustangs were only able to sweep Gateway and Penn Hills in both those series, though. We're back here in the bottom of the sixth. Estella gets Colin Watson swinging on that first pitch for strike one. The Mustangs have Norcutt warming up in the pen. Fox Chapel, no one out there right now. It's confident Pacella to bounce back here. The bottom half of the sixth inning after he got roughed up a bit in the bottom of the fifth. Surrendered 2 runs in relief of Ingalls. Watson fouls that one off for strike 2. Watson 1 for 2 today for the Mustangs. Stella misses low and inside to even the count at 2 apiece. Watson gonna have to battle here. Watches ball 3 calmly as he forces the count full for Pastella. The Mustangs have Daniel Masiosi waiting on deck. And he forces the full count walk for the Mustangs, which is big. The Mustangs now with the runner on first, nobody out. As now Daniel Masiosi steps up to the plate. Had a force out in his last at-bat. Carson Svidron on deck. As the bunt is successful, sacrifices Watson to second. Sacrifice bunt by Daniel Masiosi.
That brings up #1, Carson Svidron, your catcher.
And the catcher, Carson Svidron, now with a runner at second. Steps up to the plate with one runner out. Colin Watson in scoring position for the Mustangs. Hoping to get him across. Ball one on Carson. Second pitch called a strike on the outside corner. 1-1 now the count. As Carson calls time here once again. Two and one now the count. Mustangs down one, hoping to get that tying run across. Hoping they don't have to wait till the bottom half of the seventh. Get that run across now. Another good eye by Svidron. Moves the count up to 3-1 on the starting catcher for your Plum Mustangs. Played last year too, starting this year. It's had great impact on the team. It's called strike two there to make the count full. Inside corner there by Pastella. Count now full. As Pastella delivers from the stretch. As Fidron fouls that one out of play. Pastella steps off the mound, takes a break, and gets back on. We've seen a lot of that from Pastella, trying to zone back in. As Carson gets on to first. Runners on first and second now as Carson walks. Now you have force out for Fox Chapel at third, one out for the Mustangs, and now you have Logan Kemmer coming up to the plate, who had that big bunt single in the bottom half of the last inning to give the Mustangs some momentum and put two runs across.
Pitch runner at first. It's Ian Wong, number 23.
And we have Ian Wong, another senior for the Mustangs, pinch running for Carson at first base. And get some speed into the lineup. No one holding him on at first. Pastella slings in strike one on Kemmerer. Mustangs are going to need a big time hit here for Kemmerer. Need something to get their momentum really back on their side here. Kemmerer takes a cut, swings and misses for strike two. Now with two strikes, he'll have to protect the plate. Trying to get a big time hit here for the Mustangs. And takes a good eye there from Pastella high. It's Franco Pastella. Two runners on, one out. Hoping to strike out Kemmerer here. Ball two inside and away. Close to being hit there was Kemmerer. Unable to get on base from that. Kemmerer fouls that pitch behind the plate out of play. As he battles 2-2 count. Franco with the delivery. As Haig makes the catch in right field off the fly ball from Kemmerer, but he does advance the runner, Colin Watson, to third with 2 outs.
Brings up your leadoff hitter, number 12, Don Byer.
Now the leadoff hitter, Don Byer, up to the plate for the Mustangs. Star Jr. hoping to get a big hit here for Plum. With Colin Watson in scoring position, you have a prime opportunity here if you're Plum to get that tying runner across. Leading run is at first. See if maybe we have Ian Wan take off for second base here. Force the Foxes to get the out at first. Ball too high. 2-0 now the count on Don Byer. Stella steps back on the mound. 2-0 the count. Ball 3 down and away. Favorable count there now for Don Byer. 3-0 now. So he tries to get some momentum for the Mustangs. And he draws a 4-pitch walk.
Byer loads him up with the walk. That brings up number 4, your right fielder, Sean Franzi.
And that brings up right fielder Sean Franzi for the Mustangs with the bases loaded. 2 outs, nothing better for Franzi up at the plate. Also the starting quarterback for your Mustangs and a member of the basketball team here, 3-sport athlete. Hoping to deliver in the clutch. He already has a base hit in this game along with a bunt hit, 2 for 3. As he takes strike 1. He's gonna have to battle in this at-bat as Stella does not want to surrender another run here to the Mustangs. Has not surrendered one yet. Ball is high, 1-1. Seen the Mustangs draw numerous amount of walks today. Hoping to cash in on all these walks. Had 3 this inning so far, and now 2-1 the count on Franzi as Pacella misses way outside. Sean Franzi awaits his 2-1 pitch. He swings at that one, 2-2, fouled off. Now evens the count, puts it back in the favor of Pacella. See what Franzi does here, 2-2. Fouls that one off. A little bit of an off-speed pitch there by Franco Pastella. Pitch high and wide. Full count now. Runners are going to move on the pitch here. 3-2. Full count, Franzi. And they're going to call strike 3 on that pitch. And that's a huge out for Fox Chapel, as the Mustangs do not surrender a run in the bottom of the 6th. So the Foxes remain up by 1, 5-4 as we head to the top of the 7th. So the Mustangs will send Caden Norcutt to the hill now to pitch this top of the 7th inning.
We have a new pitcher. Number 6, Caden Norcutt.
Starting shortstop will switch positions here for 1 inning. He's also due at first in the bottom half of the 7th. Be the last inning for the Mustangs to try to get a run aboard.
At second base. We have Jake Domkowski, number 8.
The sophomore Jake Domkowski will take Logan Kemmer's spot at second, and then Logan Kemmer will take Caden Norcutt's spot at short.
Jonathan takes center field. That is number 11, Zach Johnston, your second baseman.
Ball 1 called there on the leadoff hitter, Zach Johnston. Fox Chapel looking to get some runs across after only scoring 5 in 1 inning. They still have the lead. It's a ball to be 1-1 there. Strike called on Johnston, but they've been unable to score in the past 4 innings. Johnston fouls that one off. Top half of the 7th here, last inning for the Mustangs, and the bottom half to get a run across. That ball low behind the catcher Carson Svidron. 2-2 now the count. Caden back in the windup. He fires that one. It's screamed out to center field. It's a ground rule double for Zach Johnston.
Over the fence. That brings up
2 for 3 night. Big night for, or big day for Zach Johnston with a triple and a double for the Foxes today. Norcutt now in the stretch, hoping to not allow Johnston to score. Good pickoff attempt by the Mustangs. Unsuccessful, however. Tom Cassell up to bat. That ball's fired. Missed by Carson Svidron. Wild pitch there. Will be charged to Norcutt. The runner advances to third. Caden tries to zone back in here, 1-0 count. Mustang's gonna need a strikeout here or something to limit Johnston to third. 2-0 count. Count now 2-0 on Cassell. Pitch low, ball 3. Norcutt not able to catch a break on that pitch, which is close. .30. Thrown in there for strike number 1. And that'll bring in Zach Johnston for the run off the wild pitch by Norcutt. RBI ground out for Cassell. That'll extend the Foxes' lead to 6-4, the needed insurance run. Now 6-4 and Jeremy Haig, the sophomore, up to bat. Count now 2-0. On Haig, who has 2 walks today already. Fouls that one off towards camera up here. That one will be foul on the left field line. Ball in the dirt, 3-1. Haig lines that one up the middle. He's 2 for 2. 2 hits, 2 walks. And Norcutt's gotten in trouble here early in this inning, only getting 1 out. The runner on first. Mitchell Epstein with the RBI ground out to bring in Johnston. And now Dom Cassell up to bat for the Foxes.
Bench runners number 2, Dylan Geibel.
Dylan Geibel, the senior for Fox Chapel, into pinch run for Jeremy Haig. Geibel, a senior for Fox Chapel. One of the 7 seniors on this Fox's team. Norcutt sends that in there for strike number 1. .01 now the count on Cassell. Who lines that over to Kemmer. Sends it to Domkowski, who sends it over to Colin Watson for the double play, as the Mustangs are now head to the bottom of the 7th with the big double play. And the Mustangs have just turned 2 as they head to the bottom of the 7th. Mustangs down 6-4, hoping to get 2 runs across as they head into the last half of this game. Last chance for the Mustangs. Big bad wind was back, short time there. Now it is gone. Mustangs will come to bat here half of the seventh, looking for one last opportunity to try and take the lead and hopefully win the section. Fox Chapel looking to shut the door down and clinch sole possession of Section 5 or the Section 1 of 5A this season. They've been strong of late.
Your pitcher now, Caden Norcutt.
Caden Norcutt, who pitched the bottom half or top half of that seventh inning, excuse me, comes up to bat here for his third at bat. Or fourth at bat, excuse me. He is 2 for 3 with a triple and an RBI single. Strike one on the inside corner called. And on Norcutt, he's hoping to get some momentum going here for the Mustangs. Much needed momentum against Franco Bustella, who heads out there for another inning. Try to lock down the door for the Foxes. The count now 1-1 on Norcutt. And Caden Norcutt sends one into the gap. Hits the fence in left center field. And Norcutt starts the inning off with a bang. He has a single, he has a double, or a triple, and now he has a double. 3 for 4 on the day for Caden Norcutt. Now Jack Anderson up to bat. Norcutt entered today with 23 hits. He now has 26 hits and 14 RBIs on the season. Tremendous senior season for the 6'3" infielder and pitcher Caden Norcutt. Ball one called outside on Anderson, who has Norcutt in scoring position. Anderson at the plate is the tying run for Plum. Bustella waits for Jack Anderson to get into the box. Second pitch, low, ball 2. Mustangs hoping to get that tying run on base. And that pitch, high, strike one, 2-1 now the count. And that ball's gonna drop. And Caden Norcutt advances to third on the play, and what seemed to be maybe a pop out to the second baseman for Fox Chapel. That's gonna put runners on first and third for the substitute second baseman, Jake Domkowski, sophomore for the Mustangs. And there is a mound visit as the Imperial March music is playing, symbolizing hated Fox Chapel here at Plum Senior High School. Mustangs will bring in a pinch runner, Ian Wong, over at first base. Runners on first and third, nobody out. Domkowski up to bat for the first time today. Attempted bunt. Attempted bunt there by Domkowski on the first pitch. Second pitch in there for strike one. 1-1 now, the count even on Domkowski, who's trying to get Norcutt home. Ian Wong is the tying run on first base. That pitch a little high. 2-1 now, the count on Domkowski. Mustangs needed the boost, and Norcutt gave it to him with a leadoff double. Then Anderson with the pop single. And that ball is high as well. 3-1 now, the count, as Pastella tries to regain his pitch command here in the bottom half of the seventh. As Ian Wong steals second, but that's going to be ball four.
Domkowski gets the walk, loading the bases. It brings up number 14.
And Domkowski on 5 pitches walks to first. Bases loaded now, nobody out for the 6'5" first baseman and pitching phenom Colin Watson. Mustangs have been able to force 5 walks, and Colin Watson screams a single down to center field, and that's gonna steal, and that's gonna score 2 for the Mustangs, who tie it up. As Domkowski takes third, Colin Watson ties the game for the Mustangs. That puts runners at the corners, nobody out, and what a huge hit for Colin Watson in the bottom half of the 7th inning.
We're tied 6-6.
And now the game is tied at 6, nobody out.
Baseman, number 15, Daniel Maciosi.
And now the sophomore, one half of the brother duo, Daniel Maciosi, the sophomore, up to bat. Infield is in, as the play will be at home. And all Daniel needs to do is get it over that infield, or deep enough into the outfield to get Domkowski home, who is the winning run for your Mustangs, who are hoping to win the section here today. Runs at the corners, nobody out. As Daniel watches ball one. Suspense is building here at Plum Senior High School. Student body out in full force today. Fox Chapels as well. As Daniel Maciosi screams one through left center field, and the Mustangs walk it off here at Plum Senior High School. There you go, Daniel Maciosi, who joins the crowd as the players dogpile on top of him. And that is the best feeling in the world for Plum, as the Mustangs get a walk-off single from Dan the Man, as he sends the Mustangs to number 1 at the top of Section 1 for 5A. And Dan the Man in the clutch with a huge hit, as the Mustangs win a thriller here at Plum Senior High School. They will also have another game coming up this Thursday here at Plum. We will not be live streaming that game, but you should come out and watch this team just won the section here, at least a share of it. We were waiting for the Penn Trafford Franklin Regional score. Incredible finish, Mr. LeVars. You couldn't have written a better script for that one. Big finish for the Mustangs. Daniel Matsiosi is your hero. And for the second time in the past 2 years, or past 3 years, the Mustangs will be section champions. And I'll start with Caden Norcutt's leadoff double. He was 3 for 4 with a single, double, and a triple, the trifecta, if you will. And the Mustangs were able to grind out a couple at bats, get a walk, get a bloop single. And then Colin Watson's huge 2-run single. He was huge today. Dejanovic was huge after putting up 4 scoreless frames in the 3rd through the 6th inning to win. A lot of respect from his teammates and keep them in the game, and Mustangs were able to have 3 2-run innings. And once again, your final score here from Plum Senior High School: Mustangs 7, Fox Chapel 6. Have a great night, everybody.